Hey, all right, all right, all right. You're listening to the Deadman's Tone podcast with your host, Mr. Deadman, SK, and Tammy G. It is a live show broadcast from a trailer park deep in the heart of Meth County, Texas, the best county in Texas. All right, get that crystal everywhere at a low discount price. Okay, now tonight's show is going to be wild, man.
Do you offer family discounts?
Yeah, actually.
Employee discounts?
Hey.
That might be the better question.
You have to do certain favors for that, okay? Okay? You have to do certain things for that.
We put up with you. I think that's quite enough.
Okay.
And that does take a lot of drugs.
It
Right?
does. It does. Even for me, right here.
Should get that shit for free, bro.
Right? Man, okay, tonight's show's gonna be wild. We're talking about creepers, bitches, talk about dating advice. That's right, you're getting dating advice from someone who was, during his youth, was a helpless, video game addicted, anime addicted, virgin. Hell, I couldn't get laid if I tried. I tried many times, but eventually I did, and I got a wife. So maybe something I'll say will be okay. I don't know, but then I have SK here to help me out, and Tammy G. Now, SK, I've said many times before that he's a life coach that can unfuck your life if you let him. And there's a reason for that. SK, do you want to plug your book real fast?
I got a book.
Do you remember what you wrote?
I'm trying to remember. How many books did I write? I don't know.
Do you remember why you wrote it?
Yeah, I know why I wrote it. You know why I wrote it? Because
You like to write?
I found myself giving a lot of advice to friends, and it tended to be the same advice over and over again. And I thought, I need to write this shit down, and so I can just say, here, read this, and I don't have to say it all over again.
Did you dedicate it to the gingerbread man?
I didn't.
I'm sorry. I'll let that go. What about Angel?
Or that.
Yeah, that's okay.
For those
Okay.
who
Yeah.
didn't listen to last week's show, you won't be getting these references.
Yeah, but you can listen to that one after this one, though. Maybe have some aspirin or something. Anyway, let's get into this. Oh, actually, one announcement before we get going. Tomorrow there'll be another show. It's a special show. I don't think SK and Tammy are gonna be available. If they are, That's fine. But it's a book release party for Collision Course. I'm very excited to do it. Collision Course is by David Owen Hughes and Sarah Dell. So that's tomorrow night at 9:30. So, all right. Anyway, that's the only announcement I have. Let's get into this. Creepers and bitches. So, SK,
Yeah.
I understand your book. Your book has some life lessons on how to deal with whether or not you are a creep, and how to deal with bitches, or if someone's a bitch.
Well, I have a chapter on how to tell if you're a creeper and, how to tell if you're a bitch. And I should mention that some people misinterpret my writing to think that I don't like women. And that's not true at all. I love women.
Right.
And I respect the hell out of them.
Right.
Mostly. Some women and plenty of men are not deserving of respect. And
Right.
that's on an individual basis.
Right.
Creepers, man, I got to say, I don't have a lot of firsthand experience with creepers. I mostly hear about them through women. And I've been trying to get one to talk to me because I have so many questions.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, same questions that women have, like, what the fuck, dude? But in more detail, like, what were you thinking when you said that or did that or sent a dick pic or,
Oh, man. Oh, shit. I can't do that. Oh, man. I got to unsend some pics now. No.
Well, I mean, yes, obviously you can send them. I don't think the record shows that it does not have the effect that I think the guys are hoping for. And I don't know who
Go ahead.
tells them that this is a good idea. Where does that notion come from?
Oh man.
Do you notice though? Like, I'm gonna point something out real quick because
Okay.
this really bothers me. Like, there's a lot of females on my Facebook page. Let's just say,
Yeah.
and they're not. And these are the ones that complain a lot about getting dick pics and inappropriate messages from men and this, that, and the other. And not to be mean, but some of these people are not the best looking people
Gotcha.
I've ever seen in my life. And they're always the ones complaining about getting this shit. For me, it's like, okay, are they really even getting these pics? Or are they just making 1,000 posts about this all the time because they want attention?
Ooh.
Oh, women don't do things for attention.
Right?
Oh,
I've never seen that before.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I mean, hardly have I ever gotten those types of messages ever.
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
guys do not send me random dick pics.
I would imagine that you would get those, Tammy G.
That's kind of my point. And I'm not trying to say that I'm like the best looking girl in the world.
I'm not saying that
But-
either. I can't. I'm a married man, but you have you have
You're an
good
attractive
looks.
young lady.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
I can
and I
say
don't
it.
get stuff like that ever.
Hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
It's hard
it
for
is
me to
not
believe.
evenly distributed. I can tell you that. I know some very smoking hot women who never get pics, and I know plenty of other women who get flooded with them. And so it's not an even distribution. There's no. It's definitely not tied to appearances only.
Do you think these men send it to these types of women because they think that because they're not super attractive that they'll be more receptive, and because they think that they might be desperate?
It's definitely a fact
maybe.
considered.
Or
I mean,
ma-
but again, it's not.
Mm.
It's. I don't see that it's a direct correlation to appearances, either way. Some good-looking women, they get them, and some who don't complain about it, every now and then they'll be like, "Yeah, I get them." They just don't make a big deal about it publicly.
All right. Okay. Now, let me reiterate for those that are just tuning in. This is coming from your book. It's what I would consider kind of like a self-help book. And look, you could read Jordan Peterson and learn that, to live a better life, you need to walk up straight, you have good posture, make your bed, wash your penis. Or you can get SK's book so you can unfuck your life. It's something like this: How to know if you are a creep. So SK, let me ask you, how do you know if you are a creep?
Well, first of all, you've probably been told multiple times. I mean, there's a good chance.
Well, I may have one time, but I was like 10. I was like trying to get up skirts. Okay, you know what I did in school, in grade school. Come on.
Oh my god.
Hey.
Look, here's. Let me explain the problem that guys have, and one of the reasons is what I've thought a lot about. How do creepers come into being in the first place,
Right.
in our society? And again, I haven't been able to interview them specifically, so I've kind of just been playing out potential scenarios in my head and knowing how guys think and how that could all come to be. And here's how I think it happens. And it's so, first of all, guys like to have rules. They like procedures. They like, step-by-step guides. And they really guys really want to have one for girls. I mean, they really want to say, if I do these steps, I can get a date with that girl.
Right.
And I can get her to like me, and I can get her to sleep with me, and I can get her to marry me. You know, I don't care how many fucking steps it is. I just want to have steps to follow. And guess what?
What?
It doesn't work.
Oh,
there are no...
Wait. You mean those pickup lines don't work? Man.
Well, it depends how you mean work. You might be able to get them to laugh at you.
Well, we'll get into that in the dating advice part. But
yeah,
I think you have a criteria for what makes someone a creep, right? Like a check by check criteria.
Oh, I do.
All right.
So here it is. So if these words are interchangeable to you, male, guy, and man. And let me explain what I mean by that.
Okay.
And I have given advice to many women who have come to me with guy problems. And I say, well, there's the first step you have to do is stop dating guys.
Yeah.
And start dating men.
But what's the difference? How can you tell?
Well, if you don't know the difference, then you're a guy.
Wait.
Truth.
A man knows he's a man.
What about the chicks who don't know a difference? That they're not a guy. They
need to figure it out.
Yeah.
You need to go find some men.
I think it's very obvious what's what.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
There's certain things to find.
I would think it would be. I mean, if once you have something to compare to, it's really obvious.
Right.
Okay. I'm interested. All right. Let's see.
So stop dating guys. Start dating men, and you'll stop having guy problems.
Okay.
Okay. If you've been blocked by at least one woman on social media without explanation.
Damn it. Yeah. Well, there's a reason for it though, because back in the Gamergate days, and that's a whole thing. Doesn't matter. Back in 2016, I might have said some things to certain people, and I might have been on a block list with other people. You know, like a Twitter. If you follow these certain people, nah.
And
I'm just coming up with an elaborate excuse.
And I mean that not because of your political position or because of general postings, but because of your interactions with them. Okay. You might be a creeper if you can't get a second date. That's a pretty clear indication.
What if she just wasn't that into you?
No, I mean like ever.
Oh.
There's always... Look, I went on a whole bunch of first dates when I was doing online dating. And by the way, online dating is shit.
Yeah, it's horrible.
For the most part, yeah.
Against it. Don't do online dating. It's bullshit.
So, wait, what's your thoughts on like the hookup, the trend? Like people just using what is those apps now?
Yeah, that's if you want to just have sex, that's fine.
Okay.
I'm not saying anything against that, but if you're looking for a relationship, online is not the way to go.
Okay.
You might be a creeper if you have a hard time getting first dates.
Well, I mean, just because I wear like I love anime shirt doesn't mean come on.
Well, but you're comparing something that doesn't really have anything to do with it. I mean, just because someone likes anime doesn't mean they're a creeper. That just means they're a dork.
Well,
right.
It didn't really help getting dates. You know what I'm saying? Oh.
No, but that's kind of a different topic, right?
Wearing that, maybe.
Yeah.
Right?
Maybe.
If you're an anime dork and you go to an anime con, you might get a date there.
Right. Surprise,
But
surprise.
if you wear an anime T-shirt to a runway fashion show, maybe not.
right?
Yeah, I mean, go to where the group, like the type of people you would have the same type of hobbies and stuff. Like that's where you would need to focus if that you
Mhm.
have any problems in that sort of place.
All right, here we get into this that we're kind of where we started. You might be a creeper if you send personal messages to women on social media that you don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn it. No, I don't think I've ever done that.
I have never done that.
Personal as in what though?
Say that again.
Like, what do you mean by personal messages? Like, what do you
Like trying to chat them up.
Oh, hey,
Like-
baby. How's
So
it
you're
going?
not friends with them. You've never interacted with their like their posts or interacted with them in any way except to send a message. Hey, baby, you're cute.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I like your
Even my
profile
cat
pic.
agreed with you on that.
You're hot. Stuff like that. No.
Right.
First
I do
off,
get a lot of that.
you get a lot of that.
Yeah.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that?
Who are you asking?
I'm asking Tammy G. All the people that say you're
It's
hot.
annoying.
It's
like,
annoying.
It's annoying.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I appreciate the compliment. And then I proceed to tell them I'm not available. But if they continue to send messages after me telling them that, then it's kind of like, all right.
Here's the problem with that kind of opening. You have there's nowhere to go with that.
No.
Yeah.
You say, you write, "Hey, babe, you're hot," and she says, "Thanks," and then where do you go with that?
Yeah, the
What's the next step?
Conversation's over. I mean, be like, hey, what's your favorite movie? It's like, what the fuck are you asking me my favorite movie for? What the fuck? I don't know who you are.
I wouldn't mind that though. I mean, at least that's a conversation,
Right.
not like, "Hey, babe, you got nice tits." I mean, at least that's like you're able to go somewhere with that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and if someone says that to you, they know what you do on a podcast. You talk about stuff like that.
Right.
So I don't think that's inappropriate.
Hey, I hear you like to hunt ghosts. I got a ghost in my pants.
Then I tell him to fucking go fuck himself. But if someone
That's what I'm planning to do. Sorry.
If someone messages me about the paranormal, I'm gonna talk to them. But if they start being a creep, then that's a different story.
Oh, so they say, "Hey, I got a haunting, and it's my dick." No, it's. I mean, I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
So don't do that. Don't
That's
do
what
that.
you said to me the first time we talked. No, I'm just kidding.
It is no. Don't. Oh man,
Totally kidding.
that's okay. So what's the next one? So far I'm good. So far I'm not a creep yet.
Really? Not yet?
Not yet.
I thought he would have been like check.
Yeah, I know. I would have guessed a lot of checks already. You might be a creeper if you tell strange women that you love them.
Oh yeah.
No. At
Not
least wait
okay.
till like.
And if you see Patty Q in the comments, she actually mentioned that just a moment ago.
Yeah, that's not a fave of mine.
I've heard so many stories. I've heard stories of marriage proposals on first dates.
No.
I've heard, marriage proposals early on in just, messaging to each other and shit like that. And it's guys, dudes.
Not even
Pump the
like
brakes, man.
hanging out a few times.
I don't know if we have time to get into this, but women have a mental map in their heads of the appropriate times that steps need to happen in a relationship. And there's a point where it's too early, and there's a point where it's too late, and everything in between is the sweet spot. And
Well-
if you miss that sweet spot, you're fucked.
Some women.
See, I think
Some women are
that's kinda-
clingy. Some women are
I think that's-
stage 5 clingers. Sorry.
No,
Sorry.
no, that's not has nothing. That's a different topic.
I don't
Well-
like that though. You can't put like perimeters on a relationship. It's almost like, okay, when's the appropriate time to have sex?
Yeah.
Like, can you have
Yeah.
sex on the first date?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna make him wait. Like, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. When I was younger, I would not wait very long to have sex, right?
Right.
It would be fairly quickly. And then I noticed these relationships never really go anywhere. It becomes just about sex. It was never like a one night stand type of thing, but it was always like if I started a relationship like that, that's kind of all it became. And then I meet this guy.
Okay.
Fucking beautiful. He was a fucking bodybuilder. I mean, he had a good job. I mean, everything that I wanted in a man was this guy. And so I was like, all right, I'm not going to sleep with him. I'm going to like date. We're going to, just see where it goes. And I'm going to wait to sleep with him. So we go on some nice dates. He takes me home to meet his parents. Like it was going pretty quickly and along those lines. But I didn't sleep with him.
Mhm.
So then he goes on a fucking cruise with his buddies. Meets this broad on a cruise. Bitch gives him a blowjob. And anyway, they get back. Things kind of fizzled out with us. He ends up with this bitch.
Huh.
Okay? And he married her. And
Yeah.
they have a child. And it's so funny because, like, I run into him at a restaurant. He's with his whole family. He's totally, like, you could tell he was nervous. And he kept looking over at me. The bitch. Okay, so you know the movie Shrek?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Fiona. Or I think that was her name.
Yeah.
She looked just like her. And I'm not even fucking kidding you. I
In
can
sh-
send you a
in her
fucking
ogre
picture.
form? As an ogre?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, green
So
skin and
her,
everything?
I probably, not green skin, but just her
20
fucking
years?
face looked like this
Green
thing.
pig nose?
Yes. And I'm like, that's really what you ended up with. Like, had you gotten home from that cruise, we probably would have had sex and I probably would have married him. I'm just like, how did he... So I don't think you can put like a time limit on that sort of thing. Like if something feels right, go with it. Like not
Right.
like, oh, I can't do this because it's too soon, or no. I think that's dumb.
But at the same time, and I have heard, I've known of people who have gotten engaged after just a handful of dates
Mhm.
and lived and were married for decades.
That was my parents.
And so no, there really is no ideal way to go about it. But at the same time, every woman seems to have this timetable in her head, and you see it all the time, and you hear women talking about it. It's like, you've been going out for how many years and he hasn't proposed yet? What's wrong? You need to dump him, right?
I kind of agree on that though. Like if you guys are together for like a really long fucking time and you're not making that next commitment.
Mm.
That's the timeline that I'm talking about.
Okay.
There's a time. The progression of the relationship has to follow, step by step with a certain amount of time in between, not too much, not too long, and then go to the next level, and then go to the next step, and then go to the next step. And if it doesn't happen in the whatever that mental picture is that she has, then blammo.
Yeah.
She'll move on fast.
Yeah. But then there's the dumb bitches that keep waiting and waiting and waiting. And then they're like, oh, I'm finally engaged after dating for 7 years. Bitch.
And
you're legally married at that point.
And that man might have been sleeping around too. I don't know. He might have been some reasons why he wasn't moving forward. I don't know.
Well, I think this generation too, like it's very different nowadays. People want to get their career. They want to have everything lined up.
That didn't used to be the case.
Right.
No. You would build a life together. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And not like, okay, I have to go to school and do this and make this amount of money. Da, 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 da. I mean, people are living with their parents nowadays until they're fucking 30s.
Oh.
So,
right.
I think the whole thing is just fucked nowadays. And
I agree with that.
not even
I agree with
anymore. Social media really fucked everything up when it comes to like relationships too. I think that's just a huge mess.
Oh yes, cause all sorts of problems. Because people can't stop talking. People start talking to people that they shouldn't be talking to, and when they're in a relationship, like what is going on? Cause problems.
And they have dating sites that glamorize cheating. Like they have fucking sites dedicated to having an affair.
Yep.
Right.
Like what the fuck?
The whole business.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, the rules of fidelity are something that you decide between the two of you.
Yeah.
It's not, there is no universal standard of what counts as cheating. What counts as cheating is breaking the rules that the two of you agree on.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay? I know people who have some pretty broad definitions of what's okay.
Okay. Now the problem is sometimes these
they're perfectly happy, but it's explicitly determined between them and agreed upon by both parties what's okay and what's not.
If they talk about it. I mean, like some couples don't even talk about it. Like they never talk about it, and it's like implied. It's like, like, I can't believe you did that. It's like, oh my god, I didn't even know we were actually dating. I thought we were just friends. You know? We were on a break.
Yeah.
What's the problem?
So the number one problem with every relationship, I can tell you how to make your relationship better right now by doing one thing.
What's that?
And I mean a lot better. You know what that is?
What?
Stop fucking making assumptions.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Stop assuming you understand what the other person is thinking or feeling or wanting. Ask them. Tell them. Don't let them assume. Speak your part. Ask questions. No fucking assumptions.
Totally.
And your relationship will just skyrocket.
Makes sense. I mean, you start making assumptions. That's where the problem starts happening, right?
Yeah. Right.
People just assume. I mean, people don't want to talk. They should be talking. Something.
If he loved me, he wouldn't leave his socks on the floor. That's assuming that's what that means to him.
Right.
It's not.
No, it's not. And that's the problem is communication. There's just fucking none. There's none. And that's the big problem. Because if you can't communicate with your partner, then you have nothing. There's no foundation.
Right.
There's no fucking point.
And one of the main things you need to communicate is, what does that mean to you? Because I know what it means to me, but I don't know. I don't think that's what it means to you, whatever it is. What does it mean to you when you do that or say that?
Right.
Man, and that sort of conversation, the ones that are actually important and actually establish rules and understanding, man, having that can actually enrich your relationship. That can, man.
Yeah, because you start to find out it's an actual person on the other side.
Yeah.
Even women can be people.
Yeah. Shut up. But it's important because, like, if you don't have those types of conversations and then you're on totally different pages about things, then, you know, that's not going to be a successful relationship.
Right. It's not going to go very far. It's not going to last long.
Right.
Because we have, as human beings, we have this hugely egotistical belief system. It's astonishing once you think about it. Okay, so we have language, written and verbal, and nonverbal language communications. And in our brains, we've assigned definitions to everything. Okay, everything, words have definitions, yes, but then we have, context, and we have connotations, and we develop these meta meanings to things, right? So, what does that, raised eyebrow mean, for example, right?
Yeah.
Or, for a million different things. And the egotistical thing is that we think, and that we, by every individual, thinks that the meanings that we have in our head are the same meanings everybody else has.
Right. Which is not the case.
And that's not true.
Yeah. And then on top of that, everybody has their own love language too. Like everybody has their own way of showing love and if you're not compatible with somebody in how they show love, like some
and appreciation.
People, yeah, it just, I mean, that's why people need to talk, and nobody fucking wants to talk anymore.
If you're with somebody who's, say, an extreme introvert, and you want to praise them in front of an entire restaurant of people because you think that's going to really show how much you love and appreciate them, that is such going to backfire.
Right.
You need to express those things, yes, in the ways that are valuable to the other person.
Makes sense. I just want to pause real fast and be like, isn't it interesting we're talking about love and relationships on a horror podcast? I found this, I knew that going into this. Look, relationships, dating, this stuff is pretty horrifying at times, right? I mean, I think
it really is.
It is. Most
scary.
people's fucking love lives is nothing but a horror movie, so it totally fits.
And it doesn't have to be. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, if you watch any horror movie, they break all these rules.
Yeah. Right? Michael Myers, Psycho. Wow.
Well, and the victims, too.
Uh-huh. True. So, any other criteria? Any other criteria for creeper?
Yeah. How about... there's a few more. You get shuffled off to the friend zone every fucking time. That could mean you're a creeper.
Yeah, could be.
If you always get put in the friend zone.
Always. No, yeah, because if
it could, you might be a creeper, but not necessarily. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm on the fence.
It's a conditional thing, right? This is just, and none of these are definitive by themselves, except maybe dick pics.
See, the thing with that.
Go ahead.
I just feel like some guys are just those really, 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 really nice guys, and they always want to be there for the girl because they think that they're going to get the girl. And I'm saying girl because women like the nice guy. Girls do not. Girls are always going to want the bad boy, or girls are always going to go for the guy that treats them like shit. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why a lot of guys are friend zoned so much. And then some of these guys too have just way too many female friends, and that kind of plays a problem in it all too. But
I have a lot of female friends.
Oddly enough, I had that situation too in college. Then again, psychology, right? So it's pretty much dominated by women. So it's like it just fell like that, like female friends left and right. It's like okay, but
well, I'm the same way. Like most of my friends are men.
Yeah,
because women don't get along with women.
Yeah,
that is true.
It's really true.
People say that's a bullshit excuse, but no, it's true. And so, like, yeah, the guys that I have that are friends, I never would look at any other way.
Nice guy syndrome, though, is another thing. I prefer the term a good man over nice guy. Go for a good man.
Yeah.
Nice guys tend to be actually not real nice underneath the covers. And I don't mean that literally.
Okay. What do you mean, like they're...
But because, they do this stuff like Tammy was saying. They try to be friends. They try to be there for her, for the girl. They think that being nice will will win them the girl, like exactly like Tammy said. But in their brains, they think that like they have this frequent friend punch card,
Huh.
right? If they get their friend zone card punched enough, they'll get the girl.
Right. Like they're owed something. Okay.
Right. And they have this very strong sense of being owed.
Oh man, that can turn ugly.
And then when that doesn't happen, they tend to get angry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah, definitely. And the problem is they friend all these females in hopes to develop a relationship because a lot of people, you have to be friends first. Fuck that shit.
I could think of a few soy boy super pro feminist males that are like that. They say all the right things, all the nice things that like get them, I guess, closer to certain women, but they don't actually believe the stuff they're saying. They're just saying it just so they get close.
It's just game.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, there's one sure way to stay out of the friend zone.
How's that?
It's so, but a lot of guys they're going to be afraid to do this. But I'm going to tell you, huh?
Buy him a drink.
What was your guess?
Buy him a drink.
No.
Show me your dick.
Obviously, if that worked, Facebook would be an entirely different universe.
Okay.
Then you have to kiss the girl.
Wait.
Because friends don't kiss.
True.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah.
Friends don't kiss.
Tammy, you kiss your friends?
I'm just gonna leave that one alone. I have, yeah, but
And then
yeah. No,
What?
yeah. Leave
Okay.
that one alone. But
but I mean, if you're friends with benefits, then that's not you're not friend zoned.
Right.
true.
Right. It's a different kind of friend. That's,
Right.
And another thing about like a nice guy
Yeah.
is a lot of the time they tend to be pushovers.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
And I fucking hate that. Like, I cannot be with a man who cannot be a man. Like, I have to have a guy who will fucking tell me no. Like,
Yeah, there's a pretty famous psychologist who used to live in Seattle, and he wrote a book actually called No More Mr. Nice Guy. Highly recommended for guys and ladies. Ladies, you'll learn a lot about this shit. And he was dating this woman, and she got mad at him one time because, and I forget the circumstances. Doesn't even matter because what she said was so important. The circumstances don't matter. And she said this.
Okay.
How can I trust you to stand up for me if you won't stand up to me?
Oh,
exactly.
that's true, man. That's true.
Exactly. And then there's nothing like I want to be the woman in the relationship. Like, I don't want to wear the pants. Like,
Right.
I mean, I already am I have a very strong personality, but I don't want to be the man in the relationship. And when you're with a nice guy, that's typically what happens.
Where do you want to go to dinner? What do you want to do? Where should we go? What should we do?
Yeah.
That's stuff.
Make a fucking, like, I want you to call me up and say, hey, babe, pack a bag. We're going to go do something this weekend. It's a surprise.
Right.
Like, that's the kind of man that I want.
Take
Not,
charge.
oh, what do you think of this? And fuck you. Stop being a little bitch and be a man.
Right. And there are ways to solicit a woman's opinion without putting the burden on her.
Exactly.
Right.
I
You don't say, where do you want to go for dinner? You say something like, what's your favorite Italian place, or if we were going to go out to eat in this area, what are some of the places you like there?
Yeah, exactly. Because
And
they're still doing the planning, but they're just trying to get your input.
yeah. Or
Makes sense.
if you're really unsure where to go, what to do, and you could just say, you start off with something. You say, you know what? I was thinking steaks tonight.
Yeah.
And she'll come back and say, yeah, that's great. Or she'll say, well, I had steaks yesterday. You say, okay, how about Mexican? And you lead the way.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's better to bounce off of each other than like always, honey, what do you want? Well,
Right.
what the
Right.
fuck do you want? Like,
Oh, you don't like it when they treat you like a queen? Oh, what do you want? You just name it. I'll give it. I give it to you. Nah.
no, I
No.
don't like that.
It's
I really don't like that.
You want a man who takes charge, right?
it's not
Yeah.
That's good.
it's not about being dominant.
No.
It's not
Although-
about being
Well, I
controlling.
kind of like that too. I'm not
Well,
controlling, but I do like a
Hey,
dominant
someone
personality.
likes him.
It's just about leading. And leading is not dragging, it's not forcing, and it's not controlling.
Right.
It's like ballroom dancing.
Right.
Right.
As a man, you indicate through your body what you're going to do next.
Mhm.
Right.
And you have to be clear and firm about it.
Right.
And you don't push, you just go,
Yes.
right?
That
And
makes a lot of sense.
and then she feels those signals coming off of you. And if they're clear enough, then she can respond to that. But you can't, if you're social dancing, you can't sit there waiting. So, what do you think we should do for the next step?
Mhm. Mhm.
How's that going to work?
No, it's not gonna work at all.
You'll stand
Yeah.
there, she'll be rolling her eyes, and he'll be like, what? I'm just trying to be supportive.
All right. So,
And then the song will be over.
okay, for the sake of time and all that, let me ask you guys. So, when it comes to dating, what is y'all's dating advice? Like, how do you even proceed? How do you initiate?
Well, first of all, I think we have reached the point where I think women need to sack up and initiate more often.
Yeah.
Asking a woman out for a date is one of the scariest things a man ever does. And if ladies, if you're gonna have equality, that means you got to ask too sometimes.
What do you think
Not
about
all
that,
the
Tammy?
time, sometimes.
Tammy, what's better, a man asking you or you asking a man out?
You know, I've been interested in a guy, and I've asked them out. I mean, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of exciting and flattering when that happens for a guy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, I mean, why do we always have to put it on the guy? Like, and I'm kind of going back on being in control, but I don't know. If I've always been the type of person, my personality is if I see something I want, I go for it.
True.
I don't give a fuck. So if I see a fucking guy that I want, I'm going to go for it. And maybe not even necessarily ask him on a date, but I'm definitely going to pursue him.
Mm-hmm. So my advice, if you're looking for a relationship, don't go online.
Don't go
Fuck
online.
that shit.
Okay.
No, don't do online dating. It's so fucked up. The entire structure of it is just messed up. If you want to look, so think about this.
Okay.
You go into an online dating site and you put in all the things that you like and you're interested in, and they put in all the things that they like and they're interested in, and then they have these computer dorks trying to match that shit up. You know what you can do is look at your list of things you like to do and then go fucking do those things and meet people.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, that's where I actually
Guess
started.
what? The people who are there also like to do that shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good point. I mean, like I said in the beginning, like, I was pretty much helpless, dude. Like, I couldn't get laid at all. I couldn't get any girlfriends at all through high school, pretty much. That's because all I did was play video games and watch anime. I didn't really go out. I went to a few conventions, and that's...
You couldn't find someone to date while you stayed in the house and played video
I
games?
know. Surprise. But I actually... It was, I think, my junior and senior year, I started going out to, like, conventions, would meet people, and I was like, okay, wait. You know, I could actually use these interactions, these places, to meet people, and that's how it started. And so, yeah, good point. It does work like that. You know,
And the other thing is that you save a lot of time and heartache because you get to do. If you remember, well, not Jesse, but Tammy, you remember in higy school.
hey, I had one. but
you would. The thing about high school and college is that you got to observe people and interact with them in tiny little ways and gradually move into their orbit.
Mm.
And get to know them a little bit at a time and see if you wanted to know more.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what you get to do when you go out into the real fucking world.
Mm.
Just like that.
Okay.
Because, you know, online dating is just so messed up. I can't even... That would be a whole show in itself.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of agree. I've never had success with online dating. I used it before, but all it was a one-night stand. I think we talked a little bit afterwards. But honestly, she gave it up on the first time. You know what? Tammy brought this up earlier. Like all my, I guess my girlfriends, except for the one in high school, they always kind of just gave it up real fast. I'm like, well, that was nice, but then I didn't really. I mean, I kind of stayed around a little bit. Depends on how what they wanted, what we wanted, But some just like the ones that I met online, like you had a fling, and that's it. And it's like, okay, well, move on to the next. But that wasn't any good.
Did you feel used?
Nah, I mean, I did feel kind of empty.
There were times that I like legit wanted a one night stand, but the motherfuckers always call back. Like,
Nah.
I never really been able to experience that, sadly.
I'll say this, but yeah, after that one night stand, I felt kind of empty. I felt like, what was the point?
You didn't feel empty. You're a guy with a dick. You got off.
No, no, actually,
really?
no.
You?
Honestly, yes. Honestly, after we were done, it was kind of quiet, and I was just kind of like, I don't know, like I wasn't feeling it, and it was like, well, I don't know, I wasn't. It wasn't good.
Are you gonna cry? Are you okay?
No. I'm good. It was. You know what? I'll tell you what.
I'm hearing some pumpkin spice tears coming on.
The feeling was very close.
Don't be basic.
The feeling was very close to the time where I paid a hooker. Okay, it was about the same feeling, and that's not a good feeling. Okay, so yeah. Life is experiences.
Look,
I was someone who wanted a relationship. That's what I wanted, and that's what I have.
Well, yeah. If you're looking for a relationship and you get a one night stand, that's like, ordering a Coke and getting a Pepsi.
Yeah, but of course it's kind of, people get the idea that, oh man, one night stands are cool, flings are cool. Sometimes it'll be all right, but it's like that may not be for you, and you'll know in that moment, right? And you got to be true to yourself. It's just.
Yeah. So you bring up an excellent point there, Jesse, accidentally.
Yeah. On purpose. You guys don't give me the credit. You guys don't give me any credit. I don't get no respect
we're
over
not
here.
supposed to. I don't think.
I know. I pay him not to. Oh.
The most attractive trait, in my experience, guys, listen up. The most attractive thing, the thing you can do that's the most attractive to a woman is be authentic.
Be authentic.
Don't play games. Don't do any of that pickup artist bullshit. Be authentic. The thing that you will immediately say to in your brain, if you're a nice guy or a lot of guys, you'll like, fuck that. She
Right?
ain't gonna like that. I have to pretend. I have to act like I'm more.
Right?
No, you'll get you're gonna get found out eventually.
Yeah.
So be authentic, and people you can tell when someone's authentic and someone's a poser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. And the truth always comes out.
It's
so.
always going to come out.
It
So
does.
just start there, because you'll be different
So we
by being yourself.
So we started this talk about creepers. We got into dating advice, but we haven't really talked about bitches. How do we know if someone's a bitch or not?
Yeah. So here's the thing.
I know nothing about that.
Oh, Tammy, we need you on this one because otherwise we're just
I'm
two
going to
dudes.
do a quick search on Tammy's timeline for the word bitch. A lot of traits that women get called bitches for is not being bitches.
True. Very true.
And, women who are strong-willed and strong-minded are not necessarily bitches.
No, but
Yeah.
Karens are. Karens are definitely bitches. Sorry.
I tell you what, Jesse, I actually went through my personal contacts on my phones. I don't have a single Karen in there.
Good.
I did, I couldn't recall any, and I went and checked. None Karens. So just because a woman has an opinion, just because she's has goals and is driven, it doesn't make her a bitch.
No.
Just because she doesn't like you doesn't make her a bitch.
Right.
Exactly.
So what makes
Okay.
her a bitch?
Oh, let's see. I have to actually look this up.
And just to reiterate.
A woman who treats other women like shit. That's a bitch.
That's a fucking bitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that a bitch or a cunt?
That's a fucking cunt.
Okay. I like that.
A woman who stirs up drama just for fun.
That's a fucking bitch.
That is a bitch.
Yeah.
Just for fun? Fuck you. Fuck you. No.
A woman who thinks the only way to gain power for herself is to take it from another woman. That's a bitch.
Yeah, that's a bitch.
That is a bitch.
Women who yell. I think that's bitchy.
I yell sometimes.
Sometimes.
All the time as like part of just regular communication or like.
No, I yell like if I'm fucking mad. Yeah, I'm gonna yell.
Well,
But
yeah.
I think that's pretty warranted, though, for the most part.
Yeah, but I'm talking about women who use yelling as a primary means of getting their way.
Yeah, no, that's not okay.
If they yell at the phrase patriarchy, they're probably a bitch. I'm sorry.
New age feminism. Feminists are bitches.
Yeah. I agree with that. Y'all can
How
thumb
about
down the video if you're women.
I'm sorry. How about women who resort to manipulation to get what they want?
Cunts.
Cunts. Bitches.
A woman who must always be right.
Ooh.
Bitches.
Bitches. Yeah. You know what? Nobody likes bitches.
No.
Nobody likes bitches, huh?
Nobody likes them.
Hmm.
Bitches don't like bitches. Good
No.
women don't like bitches. Men don't like bitches.
Mm-mm.
Nobody likes bitches.
Now,
Don't be a bitch.
here's the thing though. Is it possible for a good woman to have bitchy moments?
Oh, yeah, because every woman can be a bitch and every man can be a fucking asshole.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we all have our moments.
Yeah. I'm not talking about a one-off thing or an occasional thing or that type of deal.
There's like in the moment sort of thing. Unless
Right.
unless these moments are just all your life. It
When
doesn't really-
you can see when there's a pattern of behavior, yeah.
Or like women who are constantly judgy, like of everything,
Oh,
of everything.
God.
Like
Yeah.
I fucking hate that shit.
Right.
The sort of women that like to put themselves in everyone's drama, like to put themselves in the situation, insert themselves, and start yelling
Yeah.
all over the place, like, oh my God, blah blah blah. It's like, bitch, this has nothing to do with you. Who are you?
Right.
Is your name Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't know anything about what's going on.
Little busybodies. Right.
And again, it's not necessarily just the one thing. It's a pattern of behavior. It's showing multiple, behaviors, because these things don't just, you don't find somebody who's just one. A bitch is going to show in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Good
Sure.
women are the most amazing thing to have in your life.
Yeah.
And nobody wants a bitch around.
Right. They ruin the atmosphere. No one wants a bitch around. No one wants an asshole around. Right. You can get them out of there.
100%.
Yeah. If you have a good man who doesn't want to be at home, you might want to look in the mirror.
Right.
Yeah.
Man.
So don't be a creeper. Don't be
a bitch.
Don't be a creeper. Don't be a bitch. Okay. Now, how do we write dating dialogue? I asked that as a writer, someone who writes mostly horror and maybe on the side under a pen name erotica, which I'm not going to confirm or deny, but which neither genre really requires much dating dialogue, because erotica is pretty much, it's like porn. It's like,
Fucking.
it's like fucking. All my characters walk up and be like, "Hey, you want to fuck? Hell yeah!" And then it's
right.
well, fuck right here, right now, right in front of everybody on the elevator. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You
That's it right there.
see? But dating dialogue, which
I mean, who doesn't have that happen on a daily basis?
hey, this one time, I walked up to a chick and was like, "I want you to sit on my face." You know what she said to me? You name the time and place, and I'm not even making this up. She used to work at Walgreens. I'll get into that story later, I guess. But sometimes these weird things, these one-off moments that probably should never work, do work sometimes. But I mean, how do you write good dating dialogue?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if I was single and some dude said, "I want you to sit on my face," and he was fucking hot, I'd be like, "All right,"
All
and
right,
jump right on. I mean,
all right.
that's not
Right.
a bad, like pickup line.
And that kind of goes into what I was talking about earlier. That will work sometime.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're willing to get your face slapped enough, that can work.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to get your face slapped,
No, they won't even slap their face anymore. They'll just like throw sexual assault on them and take them to court.
Right.
That's
Right.
women these days. Like that bitch who was the news reporter for that race, and that guy ran by and slapped her ass.
Yeah, I remember that
Yes,
one.
heard that like
I remember-
that just recently happened. And
Yeah.
like this guy like now has to register as a sex offender.
Oh,
She said he grabbed her ass. If you watch that video, literally it happened so quickly there was no fucking way he was able to grab her ass. He smacked her in the ass. And now he's a sex offender.
I'm sure her dad smacked her in the ass a few times too. Is he a sex offender too?
Right?
I mean,
Exactly.
maybe.
yeah, maybe. Maybe
Maybe,
that's the
but-
reason why. I don't know. Oh shit, doing dark here.
Okay. Let's move on.
We don't have time for to do daddy issues, do we?
No.
But
Daddy.
again, there's no sure thing recipe for what works with any given woman. And here's the thing: women change like the weather. So the fact that, and I think this is what fucks up a lot of guys in their formative years is they'll something will work for a guy that they know,
Mm-hmm.
and they think that's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key to unlock every woman.
Right.
No, it's not a one size fits all because we're all different. We all want different things.
I know. I'm absolutely agreeing with you, Tammy. But in the male mind, they say, "Oh, that worked. I saw that work, or I heard that it worked, or it worked for me one time. I'm going to keep playing that note for the rest of my fucking life."
Right. Right.
See, and these days I think it's so much harder for men too because women, like I said, this whole like Me Too movement, like a man can't even compliment a woman anymore. Like,
Yeah.
that's how bad it is, or they're just thirsty. It's like, bitch, she said you were beautiful. Shut the fuck up. Like,
Right.
I don't understand the way women today think at all. Like, I just can't even.
I could
begin.
turn that into an advantage for men, because as we were talking about earlier, once you get past a compliment, you got to know where to go. So
Yeah.
don't go there.
Yeah.
Everybody, an attractive woman, everybody's going to be saying that she's good looking in
Right.
some form or another. Don't even go there. You got to find what I call a way in, a conversational way in. Hooks, and I don't mean like some stupid pickup artist thing. I mean a conversational opening line, and it's not a pickup line. It's like, you got to find some way to start a conversation, and a compliment is not a conversation starter.
Right.
No.
A question is a conversation starter.
Yeah.
And open-ended.
But I think-
Open-ended as
Yeah.
well. I mean,
Yes, not a yes or no question.
yeah.
You don't say, "Oh, do you think it's hot in here?" No. Done.
Right. It's kind of like cells. It's like you want to keep it open. You want to get to know them. Okay, well, get to know them, right? Talk to them, engage with them. I would think this idea, this approach could you have this mindset. You could apply it to your writing, and your dating dialogue might sound better. Though I think it would help if
unless you want it to be a bad date. And
Yeah.
if you want bad dating dialogue, go to Starbucks on a Saturday morning, because there's a lot of online first daters there.
right.
Yeah, I mean, I like when I was on like dating websites and shit. You know how like you have to put like a caption at the very top, like
Right.
Mine was always, "What's your favorite scary movie?" Right.
Mhm.
So like that's kind of my like kind of go to. Like I know it's kind of stupid, but at least it starts a conversation.
That's like the killer on Scream. Or-
Well, yeah,
you
but
like-
at the
you like
same
scary
time, like
movies?
if I'm gonna ask a guy that and he tells me he doesn't like horror, then I know he's out. Like, 'cause
Yeah.
I couldn't be with somebody who didn't like horror.
I saw an author who used a conversational opener. He's it's so bizarre. He said, "When was the last time you touched a monkey?"
Wow.
I mean, that is not. Oh, nobody can ignore that.
No.
No, and then I would like totally talk to that person because I think they're fucking awesome because that's so out of the it's just not something someone would ask you ever.
Mhm.
Right. You can work with that. There's
Yeah, definitely.
suddenly the whole world is open.
Right.
Because what the fuck is that for a question?
Mhm.
Right?
And how do I answer that?
I think that's like the best pickup line ever.
That might be.
It might actually be.
Yeah, it is. It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
different. Yeah.
Definitely
no,
better
I
than
love it.
but definitely better than. So, how's your dad like? You know that I don't think that would work. Would that work? I don't think that would work.
How's your dad like?
Yeah. So tell me about your dad. So, why would that
No,
work? Why would that work?
no.
Well, maybe
It-
they're trying to see if she's into daddy daughter shit.
You do not. Yeah, I can guarantee you, there's no good scenario where you want her thinking about her dad when she's with you.
What if she
No.
hates her dad, and then like you can
That
connect with her on
look, you
hating her
get
dad?
linked to that. So this is how emotional connections work. Is you get linked to whatever she's feeling. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you happen to be on a first date and some
Mhm.
other asshole spills coffee on her, guess what? You'll never have a second date with her.
Mm,
Mm-mm.
well, I mean,
Because
it
in
depends how
her
you handle
mind,
that.
she had this bad feeling and she was looking at you.
I don't know about that because I mean, you could handle that situation. I mean, there's.
Well, okay, so I just made that shit up
I, know, I get what you're
out of my
saying.
head. But when she's feeling an emotion and you're connected with that emotion, you
Yeah.
better make it a good one.
Mm.
Now, so why do you think we take them to arcades and doing fun things? Because we want to be mentally associated with
Oh.
good feelings in her head.
That's why I just wanted to play Pac-Man or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was supposed to talk to her. Damn it! This is why I couldn't get dates in high school.
Right?
Uh,
You didn't have the touching the monkey line to get started.
nah. Now mine would come off very pervy. Hey, so when was the last time you touched a monkey?
Yeah, yeah. You start and you got your hands in your pockets playing pool. That's
All right,
not-
right. All right. Hey,
whole different,
yeah.
whole different meaning to that question.
But yeah, I think it. I mean, this question is pretty interesting. How to write good dating dialogue. I think first off, being able to write good dialogue from the beginning helps. I mean, but what is good dialogue? I think good dialogue would be something that sounds real and authentic. I think you get that from
No,
experience.
I mean, yes, it sounds authentic, but it's not actually how people talk. If
Right.
you were to record a conversation and then type that up,
Mhm.
it'd be boring as fuck.
You take the snippets. I would take the snippet, not the whole
Yeah.
thing, but like
Right. I'm
parts of it.
saying it has to sound like real conversation, but it can't actually be real conversation because real conversation has all these starts and stops, interruptions, back and forth, repeating, him and a hung,
Yeah.
what was that other thing, and all this kind of shit
You
going
could-
on. The mentally we can edit out.
And you can actually capture
only-
that. You can capture that and actually illustrate that using words. And so you can write out the key parts, but the in between stuff, maybe you have some action to kind of hint that there's like a moment of dead air, a moment of
Right.
whatever. Say, okay, so there's movement going on. The characters are doing something, but they're saying something too. They're very they feel real. They're moving around, and even maybe how. Now, some people, I guess, some writers don't like their dialogue sounding kind of like, I guess, street or sounding kind of cliche or whatever. It's like, but people talk in ways, like you just go listen to how people talk, how I'm talking. The grammar's not great, right? It's
And here's you're absolutely right. Don't have great grammar unless unless that's what the character does.
Mhm.
Some people have very very crisp diction, very precise grammar, very totally thought out sentence structures and all this. They speak like they're reciting a fucking sociology paper.
right.
You know, most people aren't like that. But if that's
Right.
what your character is like, then cool, do that.
Have him be a professor wearing high pants. That's sorry.
You just don't. They can't all sound the same. That's one thing.
Right.
If they all sound like you're hosed.
Yeah.
And the way that you learn to write dialogue for other characters is you go listen to people. You just sit in a place where people are having conversations, sit close enough to eavesdrop on them, but not, being a creeper.
Mm.
Right.
And just listen to how people talk.
I try to do
What
that.
they say, how they say it. Take notes. And you can start to see how the stuff goes. And what's the difference, and how does a conversation flow differently between old friends, between people on a first date, between people having an argument without raising their voices? How does this all sound?
Right.
How do they look? Because describing their body language is a key element, right? Are they, is one person, like drilling the other one with their eyes, and that person is staring at the ceiling with their arms folded? That tells you a lot.
True.
Yeah.
True, it does. I mean, you can really sell that by moving the characters around, make them seem very lifelike. Otherwise, you just seem like when I read.
And we're
sorry,
right, and the dialogue has to have a point.
True.
There has to be a purpose to it, and use the 3-act structure everywhere. Every chapter is a 3-act structure, not just the whole book. It's like fractals. The idea where a pattern's made up of smaller images of the same, design.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how a story is. You have a 3-act structure for the whole book,
mm-hmm.
but each chapter is a 3-act structure as well.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
What?
I don't know what you're talking about right now.
The 3-act structure?
I know nothing about writing books.
Oh.
Well, okay, it's like a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Movies have a 3-act structure.
Right.
So you have your opening. The first act is usually short. It's introducing characters. It's finding out who the protagonist is and getting him. And then there's some inciting incident that gets him started on his journey, him or her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say him. That's Act 1. Act 2
Why
is...
can't it be a her? No, I'm just kidding.
It can't, because girls can't be heroes.
Whoa!
Girls can't be heroes, Tammy.
Fuck you.
He's messing with you.
See, that's a creep.
Oh. Man.
Just kidding.
The second act has 2 parts, 2A and 2B. And 2A is often called, that's when everything's going really well, typically, for the hero on his journey. And he meets up with all the people who are going to help him, the mentor and the antagonist, and they have some interaction, but things generally go well for the hero until you reach the midpoint of Act 2, where things reverse. There's a reversal at the midpoint of Act 2, and things start going to shit for the protagonist, and everything starts falling apart, and it's getting worse and worse and worse, and you think, oh my god, he's never gonna win. And then he finally, at the last desperate moment in the beginning of Act 3, he discovers the elixir of life and the sword that are going to help him defeat the antagonist and return with the elixir of life to save the village. That's the canonical Joseph Campbell structure of all mythology in all the world.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's the structure that every scene in every movie should have.
Or at least,
and
should.
Perhaps every scene in every chapter of every book should have.
Okay.
And your dialogue should have a 3-act structure as part of that scene. Where's the beginning? Things go well at the beginning, and then there's something turns, and starts to go to shit. But then
Right.
then things are changed at the end, and that sets up the next scene.
And even narratives where they change it up, they still keep that. Like right coming to mind is Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. Even in that, so the opening scene's actually the end, but it actually it has a 3 act structure within that. Like you have the beginning, they're talking, you have the characters. Okay, it starts. The tension's kind of building up a little bit in their dialogue, and then it ends with with them taken hostage, you know?
Right.
And it's like, oh, fuck, okay. You got me going. Next scene. Once again, start from the beginning, kind of build it up. And it ends with a pretty big situation, right?
Right.
Yeah, just keep it going. That's how you keep it interesting.
Yes. Absolutely.
See, we talked about something writing related once. We do that every now and then on this podcast.
I mean, when someone can remember what they wrote.
Yeah, that helps.
Sorry.
Oh, man. Okay.
What was the major conflict of your story? What story? Did I write that?
Man.
I was really drunk that day.
Yeah.
And this great idea came to my mind, but I don't remember anything about it.
All right. I think we have time for a caption contest real fast. So let me pull up the image here. This is a doozy. I would never do this. I've done some stupid stuff, but I would never do this.
I didn't get the picture.
It is like you didn't see it, or you don't get it.
Oh, come on. Like you've never been in a men's room.
Oh, ew, why?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Why?
First
Is
off,
that a dude or a chick?
I think that might be a chick.
Looks
I
like a
can't-
chick to me.
It's kind of, yeah, I'm leaning towards girl.
This might
You
be
can
the
never
third
tell
gender.
these days anyway, but
Well, let's see. The captions I have here. Let's see, Jonathan Rofe. Damn kids went from Tide Pods to toilet filters. What's next?
that must be a millennial. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Tom Kelly. When the men's room attendant was way too much into it. Yeah.
That's a good one.
I like how
That's
the
good.
vest says proud Walmart associate. Ugh, how proud can you be? Shadrick Beakim. I should really know how to pronounce his last name. He's the one who actually did the theme music for the show. This entire post needs Jesus. Yes.
Yeah.
Jimmy Pudge. Jimmy Pudge. Eating some Walmart waffle fries, bitch. All right.
Oh, go Jimmy!
Look at that.
Jimmy, you got a whole sentence out. Way to go.
That's good. That's good, man. I felt bad for him.
We'll
I
remember
messaged
that
him.
tomorrow. Go ahead.
I messaged him the next day. I was like, man, I hope you're doing okay. He's like, yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm like, all right.
Good.
Becky Naran, there just is no limit to the gross things Mr. Deadman will eat. Oh, no, there is a limit. And it has, no, I would not eat this. I would not do anything. No piss, no shit, nothing connected with piss, nothing connected with shit. I'll eat bull balls.
Nope.
You eat an ass though?
Well, I mean, what are we talking about? Like a hooker ass? No, because it's not washed. Like, I mean, you know, the stuff I do in the
Look,
bedroom.
Jesse, the way you say it is under the right circumstances, yes, I would.
I need
Yes.
my wife's ass.
Under the right circumstances, yes. I'll eat, yes. Oh, well, yeah. Okay. Tina Marie, Walmart new breakfast waffles. Okay. And Becky Norton again. The waffle tastes like nightmares and dead man piss. All right. I'll let you two decide who wins.
I gotta give Becky props for that last one.
Well, that's a good one. That's good. But do y'all both agree that's the winner? We have Jonathan Rove, who said, damn kids went from Tide Pods to toilet filters. You have Tom Kelly, the men's room attendant was way too much into it. Shadrick Beckham. Damn it. This entire post needs Jesus. Jimmy Pudge eating some Walmart waffle fries, bitch. Becky Naren went twice. Tina Marie, Walmart new breakfast waffles. And then you have the last one, Becky Naren.
I like the last one.
The last one?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So-
that's just my opinion, and that's not the final
And
one.
Ask liked it too.
I was there too with you on that.
Okay.
It's not a bad
Becky,
one.
what-
It's good.
what
It's
is-
good.
what is
Good job,
win?
Becky.
It's a secret prize. Oh.
I want a fucking prize.
Well, you have to win
Well,
something.
come on over.
Is that your pickup line?
Hey, that was a good one, SK.
Yeah. See, like when you know the chick for a while, you might be able to do some corny like that. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm on my way, SK.
See, just like that. All right. Yeah, man. Man, we blazed through our topics and did a caption contest.
That time went fast.
It did. Y'all seen any new horror films? Anything recent?
I don't think so. I've been watching a bunch of Christmas movies, so I haven't.
I watched Don't Fuck with the Cat.
Yeah,
it
you told me about
Netflix?
that. I haven't tuned into that yet.
Don't fuck with
That-
the cat.
It's a Netflix documentary 3-parter that has more what the fucks per hour than anything I've ever seen.
It's a threesome.
It's a threesome
Yeah,
with the cat.
it's a three-way, yeah.
It's a three-way. Okay, I can get down on that.
But there's a cat. Is that
It's a-
weird?
There are
There's always
cats.
a cat involved when there's a three-way. Well, sometimes. Not always.
There's always at least
You know, I could
two.
tell you
kitties.
something. You know, I have a house cat that like she will never leave the bedroom. Like when we're getting down and doing business, right? She'll never leave the bedroom. We kick her out of the bedroom, but every time we're doing stuff and getting into it, she always jumps on the bed. I'm like, this fucking cat is a fucking perv. I got a perverted cat. She's always watching us.
See, it's usually dogs. that
Oh
are
no,
like
those
that.
dogs are gone. I kicked those dogs out. But the cat knows how to open the door. And she'll just look at
Yeah,
us.
I highly recommend this documentary series. It's a true crime thing that really happened, and it's first-person accounts with people involved, and it is the creepiest shit you'll ever see.
And does it
and-
have actually something to do with cats?
It has something to do with bad things happening to cats, but none of it's shown. Okay.
I don't even think I can watch something about describing it or talking about it. I don't think I can. do that.
It's bad.
Mm.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Well, I gotta check it out. I still need to watch the what was it, Lovely Bones?
Oh, it's such a good movie. You gotta watch
Yeah,
it.
but Lovely Bones for Tuesday
Tuesdays, yeah.
or
Mhm.
Monday.
Good
Actually,
movie.
Monday.
You haven't-
For Monday.
Oh, it is Monday. You guys haven't seen that?
No,
I have. It's been a long time.
I'll watch it
Such a good
tomorrow
movie.
probably. But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up here, guys. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We didn't reach the 10 likes, so the shot of Everclear is just right here. It's gonna just go to waste now, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I can't just.
He's gonna
can
go
always
drink that
just
whole
grease the
bottle
engine
anyway,
with that
guys.
Yeah,
so-
I'm gonna just end up drinking it. I heard that you're not supposed to drink it straight up. It's not good for you, but whatever. That hasn't
How
stopped me
could it be?
before. Anyway, thank y'all so much. Your support means a lot. Press the like button, share, subscribe. You guys, ladies, take it easy. You have a good one.